these apps to take questions, but I ask for they work more on the questions will be more not yes or not and more discussion questions.
Yeah, I've been thinking about using this IA, but I haven't yet, but I don't know how to do it honestly, but maybe in next meetings I can use.
Yeah, it can be very helpful. So guys, Saturday night stay here and starts to talking. We all had already know each other, so I think we can dispense the introduction for today. So I'm here just to make a first introduction for you about Talk and Talk. It's not as a class, it's just a meeting. We will discuss, we will practice our English with you guys, so feel comfortable to make it with us. If you have interest in take classes, please check on our website and take informations for that, for hours and type of meetings we have. So, Sarah, could you would you like do you like to start? Make the first question for us and answer it?
Yeah, how has technology impacted the way younger generations prioritize their daily tasks? Yeah, I know. I think that since it has become so easy to just do things, not completely easy, but easier than before, at least. They feel like, oh, I can do it later. So in my case, and I think other people can also relate, the procrastination has improved, the procrastination levels, because if I can do it later and I've tried before and it has worked, I'm gonna do it next time. I'm gonna do this task later, or I can even think that it's not a priority for me because there are some things that depend on others and some things you can do by yourself. And me, in my case, if it is something I can do by myself, I don't have this sense of priority, because if I can do it, in the middle of the night, I can do it in very inconvenient hours. But if I'm working with you, I'm not gonna text you at 5 in the morning to ask you about anything. So with technology, I think that our lives has become easier, and in some ways we kind of face challenges of, okay, it's easier, but it's so easier that I don't know what to do first, and it's kind of tough sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you in this perspective of necessity of other people or not, and decided how is most important task, using this as a way to decide, But I think when we compromise a time of another person, maybe we think more about the time who we spend in that, because, oh my God, I am spend your time here. So I need to decide this quickly. I need to make these decisions with our opinions together, and I need to value this because involves other people time, other person time. And when we work alone, we take all of the time and we don't realize the time we stay spending that in that task. I think we are maybe we are working something and take our cell phone and answer someone and look in the Instagram. Oh, this is cute, and go and spend some time in that and think, oh my God, I need to work and focus on the work. And sometimes we spend a lot of time working because we put this, I don't know how can I express that, but I used my work time to look for other things. Maybe I need to work more, and we work more and more and more, and we stay always working. I don't know. Our generation is something like that. I think for me is in that way. Sometimes I lost the time working, just working, and my husband needs to knock in the door and hey. And then the turn. Go ahead and live your life. It's crazy. Sometimes it's good to divide the time with another person who works with you, for you take this notion of the time, because the other person you told for you, oh, I need to go to the bathroom, I need to take some water, and you attend for that too.
You are alone, you just go feel like immersed in your own thoughts, in your own work, and you can forget about the work. Yeah, I've been there. But
Yeah,
I'm not like a workaholic, but sometimes I really concentrate into something. So if you say like 3 words to me, come here, have lunch, I get lost, so I need to focus again, and sometimes it's hard.
yeah. Yes, I think is something like that, hyper focus, you stay focused and you go work and work for all time and don't realize the meeting you lost, something like this happened with me. But when I put down my laptop, it's over, and the weekends I just put down and don't check anything. I'm not a crazy woman with the work, but during the week it's difficult. Put the end in the days. You know. So let me answer the next one. In what ways do you think instant communication has influenced younger generations' ability to be patient in their interactions? Um, I think our generation, have this difficult to explain some facilities for old people, and maybe lost the patience to try put that, because our generation, boring with the tech, and this improvement of the tech coming with us, so we stay on track with tech, and needs to explain for the old generation everything. Every time who it changes, need to explain. I think we are lost in the patience and put this more in the hands of the new generation, because they also don't have a lot of patience. But I see that my grandmother and law don't ask me anymore for helping her in the internet situations, but asking for your younger, I don't know, neto, I forgot the word, a netinha mais nova dela. And this is nice, and provides me more patience for lead with other topics, for realizing her medications if everything's right, and exercise if she are doing it great, and discuss about the life with her. So I think this compromise for a little period, but now I just recalculate the things and could find more patients again. But I realized it, in general. I think our generation are exhausted to try to put them in the tech words, and now we are also just okay. Let's talk about other things. Go ahead, don't use tech. It's okay. What do you think about?
I just realized I lost my job, I didn't realize that before because I used to help and you are right. Nowadays they don't ask me for help anymore. They just go to younger the kids or teenagers around, and it's really interesting. My mom usually says, "Oh, don't just do it. Show me so I can do it by myself." But sometimes it's so like automatic that I just do it. And she's like, "Oh, I didn't catch." Of course not, because it was fast. And another thing that I was thinking is with the apps like WhatsApp, for example. In my case, I don't feel like, oh my gosh, I need this answer ASAP. It's not urgent. Most times it's not urgent, but I feel like a lot of people, they even create memes about it because if someone takes too long to answer, it's like the end of the world, especially if you are a teenager because you are anxious for that answer. I don't know, I think that it has become so easy to just send a message and receive an answer like in seconds or minutes that when we sometimes forget people have lives. No, they have to work, they have to take care of the kids, dogs, plants, I don't know, a whole life happening. And if it's hard to not get used to be spoiled, because of technology. And if it is always so fast, that person always answering is always answering fast. The day she's like, oh, she disappeared for a while, people get concerned or angry about it because it needs an answer. And I don't know about you, but I feel like every day everything's urgent and nothing is urgent at the same time because
Yeah.
it's not possible that everything is urgent. You have to pick, right, the most important things and try to measure and balance your time because it's not only about answering a message, but you have a whole life to handle. And yeah,
Yeah.
patience is like a gift nowadays, not so easy to find.
Yeah, notice. And I agree with you, is everything is urgent and things in real, And I realized that when I was, I don't know, sick with this, to need to check my messages and answer quickly when I get my actual work, because we use Slack for communication internal, and I need to focus in that communication because that is urgent. That is my work. This is the 8 hours in my day. I need to check this every moment and answer because this is part of my job. Yeah. But when I start to focus in that, I I forget the WhatsApp, the Instagram, the other social medias places to communication with everyone, and I stopped to be a little crazy to answer, and I I don't know, I feel better to do in that way and not check every time and need to stay off with the red circles, it's stay there, and I don't worry with that. Okay. And this is nice, not as easy. Feel that way, and congrats for doing that by yourself. I need a little help with my work to balance this, but I understand now, because all my day I am exhausted to check every time, every conversation. So when I stop to working, I don't like to check our conversation. I just check it with important peoples, and okay, the other I check it when I am interested in do that, when I'm free. And I think it is part of this transition too, because when we are more younger, we are I don't know, this action. We need to act fast, it's part of ours. I need to answer fast and do a lot of things and do everything I can do. And when we go being old, we realize, oh, I don't like to expend my energy in that. I will spend my energy in another thing.
It's a moment of, oh my gosh, how did I not see this before? Because it was so important, and now I don't care so much. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, and I have an agreement with my husband because he is the person in my life. So if he needs something, probably I am the person in his life too. So we need this agreement. If I don't check the answer, the questions, and it's important to call me, lead, né? Call me.
Yeah.
I will check. But if not is important, I will check when I have time. Don't worry. I think this is important to have too, this type of agreement with the person who interesting for you, who is important for you.
Yeah, I like that you said you work, you have like a specific app, right, for communication. Because if you use WhatsApp, people see you like online and they just assume you are ready to talk, you are completely free, and sometimes you are online because you are using to work. But if you use another app, you don't have to worry about people talking with you and thinking you are ignoring them, I think that it's wise to separate things.
Yeah, yeah. I also have this app in my cell phone too, but when I start to work, I don't know, I needed to check everything, but nowadays I forget. I close this app during the weekends and the nights. If I stay in the middle of the work and need to go out, these apps stay with me so I can check something quickly with other person. It's okay, I use, but if I end the day, I don't check anymore. Do you like to make the question? You can
Yeah.
you can choose someone if you don't like to get the next one. Go ahead and choose how you like to talk.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna, let me see. And number 5, I think it's pretty good.
Okay, go ahead.
What are some unique challenges that younger generations face with the abundance of distractions and entertainment available through technology? Yeah, in my opinion, you feel like you don't ever have enough time to handle everything, because if you are an adult, maybe you don't have time and you're gonna choose, it's easier for you to pick. But sometimes, or usually, teenagers have more free time and they try to use the entertainment options, a lot of them. And for example, TikTok. I don't have TikTok, but I know I'm not on TikTok, but I know that a lot of teenagers use this app, and for them, it's hard to, should I use Instagram? If they wanna be like influencer or something, they wanna go this, they have this dream, right? Like to become an influencer. And they have to be on TikTok, on Instagram, and sometimes you have the algorithm to handle as well. So for me, it's kind of confusing because you gotta know how it works sometimes just to, if you wanna make money from it, but if you wanna just have fun with it, you sometimes forget that there is fun in real life too. So when we talk about distractions, it's way easier to just grab your phone and scroll for using during hours scrolling instead of, oh, I'm gonna talk to my friends and we're gonna try to make it work because everybody has a schedule or something to do. So if you just take your phone, it's like so quick. But if you want to try to put some work and have a face-to-face meeting or I don't know, kind of party, it's like so stressful sometimes because I have a dog, I have a kid, I have my job, so you cannot like combine everything at once. And I don't know, I try to use technology for my entertainment and was even making a joke on the last weekend because I was in my house and I decided to go to the beach, but I took my cell phone and started to take some pictures. And I was like, okay, I was in my house using my phone and now I'm on the beach doing the same thing, but in a different way. So it's sometimes we don't even think about it, just continue with this cycle to addiction and let's see what's happening, let's see what is new in the world, and sometimes it's not something interesting, you're just doing like the usual without even realizing it's not exciting, it's just you, and I don't know, it's a way to spend your time, but you don't see a lot of meaning in this, you just do it because you are used to. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you. And I see myself in the same situation sometimes too. Oh, I am in my house, so I took the TV on and pass some time watching something, and I get my cell phone because the thing who I was watching not interest me, so I take my cell phone and start to look people who I like, and sometimes I stay in the middle of some video who doesn't matter, but I'm watching this and they go and go. I feel like I am spend a lot of time looking for things who will interest me, and I realize I lost some time and I doesn't doesn't take anything who I really cares. It's just a lot of information, so vague information, how doesn't make any change in my life. And sometimes I feel a little, I don't know, angry with myself to spend some time using in that way. And but for other for other view, sometimes I'm so tired to think about how I like to watch and how I like to see, and I just stay there in inertia mode. So I'm still here and put someone in the TV. I don't care, just put, and I will stay here with my legs in the sofa, and it's okay. And I need this time too. So I I think the big challenge in middle of these opportunities to view and try and um, these experiences on tech are so many and so difficult to choose sometimes, and this is exhaustive. So I think the big challenge can be the same for younger generations. I lost a lot of time to decide how I will watch. And now is the time for watch. And my mom is stay spelling for me to go to the bed. Oh my God, I like to watch now. I spend my time looking for something for watch. I think it's the same challenge, but in the different ways different situations can be difficult to accept. But because you are younger, you don't work, and you can watch this in another time, not now, go bed. But if you are adult, you you took your decision by yourself, so you can handle this in the way you like. And so for adult younger generation, can be more difficult to enjoy these tech things because you spend time to look, and when you get this, you don't have more time because you need to go bed because another day you need to do things, and it's your decision. And you know, if you make a bad decision today, the other day can be a big mess because that. So you are more responsible. So you need to be responsible for all the things in your life, includes these facilities and tech things. You know, it's boring be responsible with that things. It's most nice if you just consume a lot of things and go in the vibe. It's be a teenager thing. Yeah. Not
There
easy
was
to
no
be
fight
adult.
here. To pick, nobody wants to pick because if there is a bad movie or TV show, people are gonna blame you. So here in my house, my mom's like, "Oh, you pick," and my sister, "No, Sarah, you pick," you know. And if the movie ends up being bad, I just pretend that it's nice and watch because I don't want to. I don't want to confess that was wrong, you know. Oh, no, okay, good movie. Let's watch.
It's nice. I love it.
Yeah, I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, worst movie ever.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I mentioned before. You just take your cell phone and continue check another thing because you don't have energy anymore to spend your time looking for another thing to watch, you know. So I think is that is everything is very easy to take, but you have a lot of options. Not is more easy because when you need to go to I don't know if you get this, but the store with a lot of films to check, videolocadora. So
Mhm.
when we needed to spend the time to go in the videolocadora, you need to take someone one thing and you pay just for that one. So you go, you check things and and not is so big catalog, you know, just some options, and you get the one and go for your house and watch this, and it's okay, and you watch. Eh, yeah, maybe we live in the same way with open TV because we just watch something who someone shows for us, you know, we stay there and just stay with the TV on, don't watch. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's the same. But now you need to show to get the channel you don't will see, but you get one and put in the TV. Yeah, I think it's maybe the same.
When I think about it, maybe, in my opinion, the streaming will become more and more common, and like cable TV will like, I don't know if disappear, but people are not so into anymore. At least in my social circle, I know people with Netflix, Star Plus, Amazon, but they don't really stop and watch like Sky or anything like that because you just watch, like you said, you don't get to pick between the. You can pick, of course, but it's not like you just receive service and you don't feel like you have much say on the shows, you know. But on streaming, you feel more comfortable to watch, to pause and continue watching later. And sometimes we have like a fight here because my dad wants to watch something that is on TV, like, and you can pause here, cable TV, and we want to watch something on Netflix. So if we are on Netflix, we can pause, and he knows that, so he complains, "Oh, you can watch this later. I cannot see this movie again because it's on cable TV," you know. So like these differences make the streaming maybe more interesting for us people.
Yes, I doesn't watch open TV anymore. I don't have the the TV. I don't have. I just use it stream. but I have some channels in the stream places who I put in there just for make noise, just stay making noise is something like that. But I don't like to show someone something for watch. I just put in there and go make noise for me is basically that. But let's go to another one. I think we already answered the 4 one in the middle of this. The 6 is good. And what ways do you think technology has affected younger generation ability to focus on long-term goals and projects? I am put myself in these younger generations, yeah, because I feel I am younger. But I think not is difficult focus and long-term goals and projects. I think I feel more lost for some time to focus the quickly goals, the steps in that, because I can see my goal in the future and project my career to get that, and I have ambitions to get things, so I can set this goal and look in the long term to get it. But I think the problem is in between this, make my decisions to go to my goal, but doesn't forget my life, doesn't forget to do things to be happy or do things for enjoy the life, and not spend all my money to get this goal, but stay together in the mini goals, So I think this tech universe don't affect me in this future goal, but it's affecting the present goals, because oh, sorry, someone starts to plug in this count in another computer appears for me here. And so I think this doesn't affect in in the long term, but in the present term, yes, because for I get that big goal, I need to improve myself in the middle of this process. And sometimes I spend my money to get more tools to make me go faster for that, and not I don't realize that I spend all my money to be better in just one plate in my life, and not enjoy life, not enjoy, I don't know, view another place, take some travels, and spend time with my husband in the beach, because I'm focused in the work, for example, and I need to improve myself here. Or in another way, this is my reality, but some some younger people from my generation can spend in the other thing, yeah, and this can be a mess for them. If Yeah, I realize that for me, not affect, but for someone can affect in the different place, because the people have access to get opportunities to do things, and the loss to save money to get the big goal, or organize your life to go in that way. Yeah, I realize that now. But for me, I think that doesn't affect, but I can see the way can affect another people. What do you think about that? By you and in January.
I also include myself in the younger generation. Thank you very much. And I was thinking while you were speaking, because yeah, it's hard to balance, because you live in the present, you make choices thinking about your life right now. But in the same time, if you don't have like long-term goals, the things you do right now, it seems like they don't have a purpose. They don't have a reason for that, So whenever I'm spending too much time online, I think the comparison also prevents me from planning my long-term goals. Why? Because you see like a very young girl with her own house because she has made a lot of money from the internet, and you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so late in life, So and you have a lot of promises, right? Oh, you can, if you get a job, if you start working online or with some specific type of profession, you're gonna receive, I don't know, 500 reais per day or something like that. That for me it's a lot. I don't know about you, but they make promises, and usually they are promises that you can accomplish that in a short time. So if you are just a normal or regular person like me who's trying to make it through life in a normal with a normal job. I think that very challenging because we think not, but in my opinion, we can feel like influenced by that. Oh my gosh, maybe I should try to make the same thing, and sometimes not, it doesn't apply to your reality, and you cannot do, you don't have the same journey as that person. So it's hard for me that I graduated in college and I'm almost 30. I think if you are a teenager, it can be even worse, because you are still trying to figure things out, you're trying to find your way, thinking, oh, should I go to college or not? And if you have a lot of promises, you can get rich with like some simple steps. You don't Sometimes you don't know how to handle all this information, and you can get yourself in trouble, make bad choices financially and even psychologically. You can try things that are not so nice for you. And yeah, I think the more we see about other people's lives, the harder it is for us to take care of ourselves, because we receive a lot of examples and information, and it's just never enough. And I feel like that, like, no, at least 3 times a week.
Yeah, I was thinking about this difference of our generation. Um, I already taken my bachelor degree, and I transited my career because I take this in chemistry, and now I work in the IT. I am a developer, so I changed all my career in 1 year, and I am a 33 years old woman, so not as easy stay in the market with this age in transition of career. But I make this decision, and I think it's based, of course, in this opportunity of this generation, because the universe is more tech. And so I realize if I change my career for tech one, I will grow up and I will get my goal faster. So I make this transition based in that too. uh, but I was thinking about the way I was raised. I was raised to study, for go to the university, and to work in the some place who will pay me for live, and is that. And nowadays the younger than me, uh, they don't. they don't think in this process and in reality, they go to the school, and I don't know if I go to the university or not. I don't know, maybe I make just a course and make something and more simple. Don't will spend a lot of time studying another thing. I feel that, and my family, some examples of teenagers who doesn't like to go to university, and our generation is most like an obligation. I don't know, but I feel then I needed to go to university. And nowadays I'm not using my bachelor degree anymore. And it's crazy think about that. And maybe this can affect this younger people too. Uh, this necessity to do things, or choice to do things. Maybe they have more accessibility today, and can take different decisions, not just one. And this can be better or not. Maybe they regret sometimes and spend it, be a old people in the universe. Not is a big challenge too, but is different. The moment can be more difficult to get the content, because now you are adult, you need to work, you need to have things, and stay in the universe. It's a little mess, because the time of the universe not is easy to work uh, together. So I don't know. I think this change the perspective of things, because this accessibility and another opportunities we doesn't have it when was teenager. But I don't know if it's just for good or for bad too.
In my city, we still see this mindset, this old-fashioned mindset. Oh, if you don't leave your house, if you don't leave your house at 8 and come back at 6 every day, it's because you don't work, because people are not so, they don't understand so much, especially the older ones, the dynamic of remote work. So people ask me, do you work? I say, yes, but I don't go to the office. So sometimes it is kind of tough to explain and to make they understand this reality like you mentioned. Yeah.
Yes, because they is also, um I don't know, the mindset is configured to realize to work is make force, or mm, use your body to do things, to work, not your mind, not stay where you stay and use your mind to work. It's different. It's very crazy for them understand. um so we have just 1 minute. I don't know if you can choose a question for one tweet, or we go out. It's for you.
I 1 minute I use just to think about the question. So yeah, I'm not
So
so fast thinker.
don't worry. I put the surveys here for you. Help me. And if you feel comfortable, please suggest some topics for me. I I'm not good, have big ideas to talk anymore.
Yeah. No, I'm not
Oh,
saying because I can relate. As a hostess, we need like 1,000 ideas,
yeah,
and it's hard sometimes.
yeah, sometimes start. And we use just six questions. I think I will propose this topic in another moment too, which another questions too.
Yeah, we
Do you
would.
like to discuss this?
Yes, it is interesting to think about everything, technology and life, because it's all around us. How we handle information, how we handle all the options, like we were talking, and it's kind of funny because it's easier, but that has made it harder. I don't know. It is confusing sometimes to handle everything.
Yes, I was thinking about how we getting old, we will get patient to understand the older generations. I think we stay in the process who they passed when we are teenager, and now we can figure it out better, the way who they think in that time, and I don't know, improve ourselves to the younger generation too. No,
It's like,
it's nice to think about this transition. I like this. So, Sarah, nice to stay with you and discuss these topics. And have a nice day and a good week. And see
Thank
you.
you so much. You're grateful for this. We like your vibe, your communication.
Yeah, thank you. I like stay with you too.